I think women are attracted to Luigi because he is not afraid of commitment.
Oh my God, committed.
He follows through with his promises.
That fool did commit.
He definitely commits.
He's on trial for being
too committed. All right. You, my friend, just entered the house of Podray. Sorry, I'm reaching from a beer. Counsel, you may approach the bench.
An order in the court.
Guilty, guilty, not guilty. This is Cringe Court. If you or a loved one is suffering from cringe, feel free to call us at the number provided. Cringe Court has been vested by the state of California with the power to end all cringe and judge what needs to be judged. Today, we have a very packed house. Brittany Rae, say hi.
Hi.
Spencer Bray, say hi.
Hi.
We have extremely special guests. Syd and Olivia, say hello.
Hello.
Awesome. We've got our court-appointed artist right over here. It's Amy. Yeah. And we have Dennis over here as lead juror. And we've got Thomas Ashman, a dude who makes gigantic swords. And he's a bodybuilder and a fitness influencer and an entrepreneur. And this is how I'm introducing him. So that is Mr. Ashman. Everybody say hi.
How's it going, everyone?
Yeah.
So don't forget to listen to us on Spotify. And when you can, send this to your friends. Now, Syd and Olivia, welcome to the show. Tell us about yourselves. Who the hell are you?
What a good question. I ask myself that every day.
Yeah, we're girls.
We're two loud
first
girls.
And foremost.
Sorry about that.
And
That's enough. That's enough. All right, let's move on to the first segment. We don't want to let them talk too much. You guys run a podcast. You have comedy stuff. Go ahead.
yeah, we have a podcast called Syd and Olivia Talk.
We've been friends for 14 years.
We met in high school.
No one wanted to fuck us.
no
They
one
still
wanted to
don't.
fuck
It's
us.
totally good. It's totally fine.
In high school, we leaned on each other because absolutely everyone was like, no thanks.
She had a scoliosis brace. I had a lice haircut and crutches.
And then eventually we left
we
high
grew
school.
up.
We
became
grew
a
up.
comedy duo, and then nobody
Wanted to fuck us.
So that's
So
cool.
then we were like, I guess we could just hang out
Yeah, so
with
we
each
hang out
other.
pretty much every day.
We tried to make it romantic, but it didn't work.
Oh, got it. Well, that's such a shame.
Yeah,
It really
I
is.
think you can still try.
Chills from you guys.
Yeah.
They're
Good
so
chills
connected.
or bad chills?
Like,
I think she's
I
jealous.
love giving people bad chills.
We give people bad chills.
I give
like
people
no
bad chills
other.
every day.
the way you finish each other's sentences is unreal. And
We're gonna
it's
start finishing
magic.
yours by the end of the
Genuinely. magic. Oh my God. Please do. I don't know what I'm saying ever.
It's dark magic.
We're gonna follow
It's
you
not
home.
positive
We
magic.
love you.
I don't think that's a threat. I think this is actually what's going to happen. So soon it's going to be Syd and Olivia Brittany. You're just going to be absorbed into the collective and they'll gather more friends.
Yeah.
So,
Syd and Olivia Rae.
yeah. These two ladies are super funny. I'm really, really happy to have them. Thank you
happy
so
to be
much.
here.
We're really excited to
Hell
be here.
fucking yeah. All right, cool. We're going to get on to cases. So very first thing we're going to go over is comment court. We're going to respond to a comment. Here is the first one. Can you do one on whether changing your popular and unique username to your real name so that you could chase sponsorship deals, then the deals after didn't work out, or the views drop so you change your name back as Cringe or Not? Here's what I'll say to that. So first off, it has been worth it. Over the last 3 months that I changed the name, I have banked more than $40K in brand deals.
Wow.
And
the bag.
additional gigs.
Get
So
wrecked, you fucking
financially,
nerd.
No, look, I don't think this is necessarily a bad faith comment because it takes a lot to switch from scumbag dad. I used to have a very unique name and I carved out a unique niche for being a huge asshole, but it really plateaued me very badly at some point. And how many fucking 15K brand deals will you turn down or get fucked over out of, or will you fuck yourself over out of before you start to change? It took a dozen different failed opportunities for me to say, maybe the name is bad. And what makes me so crazy is my fans, lovely as they may be, some of them are really harsh on me. They're like, I liked you better when you were a scumbag dad. I'm like, the content is not different.
Right.
I did a murder joke yesterday. I've done several addiction and suicide jokes in the last 3 weeks. Guys, nothing changed. I literally using my real name. I'm not like, hey guys, it's me. I'm gonna eat a sandwich and there's not gonna be any killing today.
Right.
There's always killing.
The content is the same. So one thing I did notice is that the sponsors care a lot more about Instagram and TikTok than YouTube. So I changed my name back on YouTube specifically in hopes that I could get more fucking views on the Cringe Court. Because I did notice a gigantic sort of drop. I did notice a drop in views on my YouTube compared to the other platforms. And I wondered how important the username was.
Well, you could always be the artist formerly known as Scumbag Dad.
I mean, that's
true.
a
That's a good
long
point.
thing to type,
And then
to be
You could say
honest.
it like 1,000 times
could
a
say it
video, and then the
Yeah.
videos would be longer.
Hey, it's me, the artist formerly known as Scumbag Dad. So discuss whether or not this is cringe or not. Now, I think chasing the bag, if there's anything we've established on Cringe Court, is that as long as you're not hurting anybody and you're chasing the bag and you're being sort of honest, which I've been from the fucking day one,
Right.
what you're doing is not necessarily cringe. The sponsorship deals have been excellent. Do I want to go back? A little bit. But at the end of the day, I got a family, I got bills, and I'm greedy.
Fellas, is it cringe to take care of your child?
Yeah, yeah.
Fellas, is it cringe to set up a fucking I-bond for your kid
Yeah.
who's 2 and give him like already pay for his college? Yeah, that's fucking cringe.
Yeah.
So I do understand. I think here's the bottom line is that, guys, I don't think I could have taken this any further as Scumbag Dad. The amount of violations I was getting, the amount of fucking deals I was losing because one guy in HR saw the name and then investigated and then cut me out was high. But now that I don't have the name, nobody's looking into me. So now when I show up on
Wait, the
somebody's...
guy was high or the number was high?
I'm sorry.
The guy was high?
Well, probably both.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, now that I've changed the name Scumbag Dad doesn't pop up on anyone's radar. It's just Brad P. They're like, who's Brad P? Whatever. He's got 6 million followers. Sign off on the brand deal. They don't look at the content because they're not looking for anything. Whereas when it says Scumbag Dad, they're like, what's going on? And then they're like, wow, lot of sloppy toppy jokes.
Pronounce your last name Podray?
Correct.
Like father.
Yes.
So you're a father through and through.
Yeah.
Right.
So then there's really no question as
Yeah.
to like what you should be doing.
Yeah.
You're a dad.
You could have changed it to Brad Padre.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Bet you
be
did.
I was gonna be brand safe dad.
Okay.
But then my manager was like, that is a little too sarcastic. And then I was going to be DMD motivator, which is basically like me just roasting one particular guy who I hit all the time.
Right.
But also manager said that was a little too contemptuous. But what we learned is that only the Instagram and TikTok plays. I get plenty of brand deals. Financially, I'm very secure. I'm still unhappy as a person, but like that's unrelated. Anyways,
Right.
over. Cringe Court. Not cringe for me to change my name
It's not cringe.
to something that is my literal real name and to defend myself against my fucking fans all day. Not cringe.
It's not cringe.
Also,
not
you
good.
are walking around in a judge costume. I think people are just really confused. They don't know it's you.
No, they don't know it's me. They have no idea who I am.
Yeah, you got to make this your normal look every day.
Got it. I should walk around like this. Pick my kid up from daycare wearing the judge outfit.
Honestly.
And carry the hammer around. I look like a tweaker. Case number 1. The internet is thirsting over Luigi Mangione. Is it cringe to thirst after a man who has been accused of murder? Let's look at the evidence. We've got some tweets where we see him with a very cut six-pack saying the manhunt has now ended. And he's got a delightful smile, great head of hair. I mean, honestly, this man does look like a male model, but he's been accused of doing a heinous crime. We've even got a TikTok featuring some thirst stuff over him. Let's take a look at that. In this TikTok, we've got
Oh
sweet
my
music
God.
and like colorful stuff over images of him.
Was that the actual
It
video
starts
of
with the
him?
actual murder,
This is so.
and they replay the murder with like a cutesy filter.
Oh, no.
So is this right? Remember,
Okay.
this man's been
This
accused
is
of murder.
so funny.
And let's take a look at the fan cam.
This is so. That was. Sorry.
I found that
Murder's
one.
not
I'm proud of
funny,
that.
but like, what? That
So-
video was so funny.
So they are.
Oh, you had
Yeah,
to be
this
around
song,
when that
yeah.
song came out.
They're
Oh, man.
playing-
Yeah.
They're
It was a
playing
good time.
"Criminal" by Britney
Yeah,
Spears
right.
with shots of this man just looking fine.
Oh my God.
All right,
Wow.
jury.
All
I
right.
think we chose a good one to start with. Syd Olivia, what do you think? Is it cringe to thirst over this man?
I don't know.
I'm going to say no.
No, I don't think so.
Unfortunately, I'm going to say no.
I think it is cringe to start a fan cam with a real life murder.
I don't even know.
What?
I think we live in such a fucked
I
up
think
world.
nothing is. This generation, we're just
and
so
it's not like he
unserious.
killed
as a
someone
generation.
who didn't kill a bunch of people.
No, I get it's a layered issue.
It's a layered issue.
And the beginning of that video is so postmodern.
Oh, that was
It's
shocking.
crazy.
That was shocking.
But
I would say if it didn't have the filter, I would say no. But
yes.
with the filter,
with the filter, it's crazy.
okay.
Because with the filter, it's like, oh, baby girl, and then it's like someone actually dying.
yeah,
it's
terrifying.
really wild.
Yeah.
Wait,
Maybe
what are we
this
trying to
is
figure out?
We're trying to
This
figure out if
is
it's
cringe.
cringe that he's become a sex icon in America.
Do I get the hammer or what?
No, I haven't handed out the hammer.
Oh,
We're going to do a new thing where I'm going to hand out the hammer after we do our initial reaction.
I'm sorry, pardon me. All right.
I think he's hot, unfortunately. I think he's very hot. I think he looks like Dave Franco. I also heard that, and this could be not true, and I could be spreading false information.
Right, which is great. You got to do that. You got to make sure you're always doing that.
You got to do that sometimes in this country. And I feel like I read something about when he, either the last song he listened to on Spotify was Back to Back by Charlie XCX.
That's everything.
And I do think that is so brat, actually.
That what he did is brat.
And
what? He's a brat.
It's brat.
He's
I think
brat.
we're gonna need,
brat.
Counsel, could you clarify for Counsel Spencer what it means to be brat?
It's when you're like a little bit messy.
Yes, we're serious. Please articulate this for the court.
What the fuck? A brat?
A little bit
B-R-A-T.
A little bit messy. A little bit party girl.
You're not a Charlie XCX fan.
I like Charlie
He's like
XCX.
a farmer.
I like that Break the Rules song, man. What the fuck? Who doesn't like that song?
Yeah.
Then you know.
Then you're brat.
You're brat.
You
All right,
are
whatever,
so
man.
brat.
You're
Like
so
you
brat.
are a brat person. Like you are brat.
I am
so
not
like
guilty of whatever they are saying.
No,
I'm
it's
not. These are things that are allegations and not true yet.
He's brat.
They may be true.
Yeah, that's the most
I
brat
apologize.
thing you
I
could
do
have
not-
ever said.
I don't think it's cringe to be a rich class trader.
No,
That's
I
what
don't
I'll
think
say.
so. But I will say I was caught thirsting over this man.
Oh, for
so I
sure.
don't really know how
You
much
were caught?
Well, yeah, because I saw the thing about Charlie XCX. I went,
Right.
let me look into this guy
Right.
a little bit more.
Right.
Tried to find his personal
Right.
Instagram, couldn't find it. Ended up going through like 4 or 5 different accounts with his name.
Like fan cam accounts?
Fan cam accounts.
Awesome.
Then went back on Instagram with somebody sitting next to me and I went, you have to see this video. And then clicked on my search bar and all of the recent searches were all like pictures of him and different usernames that might be him. And I was like,
They're like fan
sorry,
cams of
1
him.
second. And then delete it. So I don't think it's cringe because I do it.
Fair.
Got it. It's not cringe because you've done it. Counsel Rae, do you have any weight on whether or not what he's done is cringe? Does he deserve his icon status because he is an alleged murderer?
I think the idea right now is like the bar is so low for men that I mean you can't, people are getting mad at girls for finding him hot and finding murderers hot because murder's not funny, or Jeffrey Dahmer, or, all the
fair.
freaking
Definitely.
Menendez brothers,
Yep.
twins, and all that. I mean, the bar's just really low, like apparently.
So there's no real good guys out there. So we've got to thirst after an alleged killer.
Well, are they
No.
killing good people or bad people?
I think
And while that's a layered
I think
answer,
it's a very layered answer.
It's layered.
I think it helps that he's cute.
Yeah.
But I think he murdered someone who represents
That's
like
the thing.
a collective anger at an industry that is generally terrible.
That's the
Now,
thing.
Counsel Bray, would you like to tell us why he may be cringe?
Why he may be.
Why it may be cringe that girls are thirsting after this
Why
man?
it may be cringe that girls are thirsting after him. Wow, that is a question for the world at this time. And we're going to talk about this man, but primarily what I'm going to focus upon is the man who was murdered. That's the man we don't talk about a lot. We just talk about this hot guy.
Okay.
Let's talk about a guy that oversaw a company that gave out care to people. Now,
Gave out is a tough
I don't want to hear
term.
I'm a serious attorney, all right? And we are going to talk about this. He took a company that gave out care. That company worth under $100 billion. A couple years later, worth over $300 billion. Does that come from hooking it up? I don't think so. Now, not hooking it up can or may not mean a bunch of people fucking dying of terrible diseases and sicknesses that could be cured, but people wanted to profit.
Mm-hmm. So the prophet.
So-
Kate, go ahead.
Whoever puts an end to this or sheds light upon this could be considered attractive to society.
Mm-hmm.
But killing people is cringe, and I am sorry.
Yeah, I would even say killing people is more than cringe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Side rolling. Murder is cringe, but we are not discussing whether or not murder is cringe. We're discussing whether or not it is cringe to thirst after this man,
Yeah.
considering what he's
So-
allegedly
Yeah.
done.
The fact that murdering people is cringe,
by the transitive
wanting
property.
to peen down less murderer is
Is cringe.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know. Objection.
Yeah.
Objection, go
you're
ahead.
allowed to object, but
Yeah.
I'm right.
I'll take back the hammer.
I don't
Oh, sorry.
I think like since the beginning of time, it's normal to thirst over a bad boy.
I did not mean
Yeah.
to stick you right there. That was my.
That
no,
is
you
true.
didn't.
And what's
You're
a
right.
badder boy than someone
badder
fighting
boy?
for people to get health care?
Yeah, that's just a classic bad boy.
Yeah, he's a classic bad boy.
I will say, there's a difference between like being like making a funny fan cam and being like, I'm going to actually fall in love with this guy and go to prison and try to have sex.
Right,
with him.
right,
That's
right,
a very
right.
big difference, right?
Yeah.
But I would also say like, there's also a huge difference between making a fan cam about this guy and making a fan cam about anyone else who's committed any type of disaster against someone who is purely innocent.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in the discussion of Luigi is truly condoning murder. I think that's
No,
where the
correct.
conversation gets derailed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what? You think he deserved to be murdered? No. But when we watch a video...
Wait.
Wait.
I didn't say no, but I didn't say yes either. All right, so
I feel like when we see viral
God, you're
videos
so
of
brat
like...
and you don't
Yeah,
even
you're
know
so
it.
brat. You have no idea.
I just didn't say
We're
that.
diagnosing you as brat.
You are super brat, Council Bray. You're the most brat.
And
you've ever
Oh.
it's
known.
not even brat summer anymore.
No,
You
it's
are
not. It's
so
literally
brat.
winter.
He's bringing in Brat Winter. for
Yeah, I
sure.
thought it was Brad this whole time. I was like, I'm not Brad.
Yeah,
But okay.
You're
you'll
not
never
Brad.
be. Anyways, and
I think women are attracted to Luigi because he is not afraid of commitment.
Oh my God,
he
committed.
follows through with his
He did.
promises.
That fool did commit.
He definitely commits.
He's on trial for being
For being too committed. All right, let's hear from our jury, head juror, Dennis.
Just one small comment. Allegedly, Mr. Luigi would go out on sexual escapades and seek specifically black men in the East Coast. It's an article that just came out.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
I'm just
For-
saying,
for-
there was an
for-
article that came out that allegedly that he's actually a bisexual man who would go seek.
He's progressive.
Okay, so
Yeah.
now everyone's going to try to fuck him even more.
He's just kind of
Double
So
the
now,
dates.
so now
Double
like
the
lots
dates.
of people have a shot. That's very interesting.
Okay, this
well,
is
black men.
Black men specifically. Well, do you hear that, black men? Apparently, you've got a shot now. New juror, what's your take on Luigi Mangione?
So actually, the morning of December 4th, me and him were in the gym together. I saw him bench 405 for reps.
Whoa,
so
that's
I don't,
cool.
I don't know how he was in New York.
Are
at
you
the time of the
fucking
shooting.
around right now?
No, this is true.
Is he Are you fucking around? You seen that guy in
No,
person?
yeah, he was
Yeah,
there.
we were
so
working out that morning.
He was
actually.
free,
You
so
were
clearly,
working out together?
Yeah.
so Luigi
He wasn't-
couldn't have been the
That
murderer.
wasn't him in the video. He was there benching with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like one of the strongest guys I've ever met.
According to
Incredible
Mr.
athlete.
Ashman,
Oh,
this is
that's
a
cool.
legal
Wait,
What's going
alibi.
on? Oh,
confused.
So based on this Cringe Court episode, we are going to need to free Luigi because clearly he wasn't at the place and time of the murder.
I've never seen a juror be a witness. This is crazy.
Yes. Whoa, talk about upending the whole situation. That's correct.
What is our
He
legal
didn't
system?
do it.
This is literally a Lifetime movie.
So what we've got, so do you have any, so now that we know he's innocent, do you have any concerns about people thirsting after him or do you think it's justified?
Oh, not at all. That's the Italian stallion.
Oh, baby,
Wow.
we all love him. All right, so I think what it
Well,
boils
there's a
down
question also
Hmm.
is, do we love Luigi if he doesn't look like Luigi? If he
to,
looks
okay,
like someone...
would we love Luigi if he weren't a hot little stud muffin?
Can we also throw one more thing out there? The picture that everyone likes of him in Hawaii, that's allegedly where he broke his back. And that's how he ended up. That's the trip that he did. It was in Hawaii.
So that's like the before picture.
Yeah, if
before
you notice he's Jack City there, and then he gets hella skinny. That's why, because he has all the back problems, and then that's what led to his anger and ended up killing the guy.
What a Joker arc. Thanks for bringing this actual
Wow.
research into
Wow,
the
yeah,
court.
thank you for that.
I always love that fucking
Because
jury
we're just
member,
talking
man.
about whether or not Spencer's brat
Yeah.
and how good the fan edits are.
Obviously guilty.
Yeah, obviously guilty. We'll bring that back on Cringe Court, whether or not Spencer's truly brat.
I mean, great question though. Does that change things if he doesn't look like that?
I think here's what I believe. I believe that if he weren't as cute as he was, he would still be a celebrity because of the nature of who he assaulted.
Of course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you watch those videos about like a store clerk getting robbed and that store clerk busts out a piece and kills the robber, you're like, yeah, I don't condone murder, but this person put themselves in that position.
Right.
I believe that if you are a CEO and you've turned a $100 billion company into a $300 billion company at clearly the cost of denying care and modifying the laws for your behalf, you put yourself in a position of disadvantage in the sense that someone might fucking kill your ass. And at the end of the day, people are like, oh, well, there are better channels. Do protest. Like, you don't think they're filing complaints against UHC?
Yeah.
You don't think they're writing Yelp reviews like, UHC let my mom die of fucking, liver failure?
It's definitely layered.
Yeah.
It's layered.
I kind of think that he's a cutie, and I think he's great. And I think what he did is great for comedy. And I think the jokes that I've already made on the internet have got me enough views that I'm glad he exists. And I think even if he wasn't cute, people would still celebrate him. But I think thirsting after a man driven to the brink by the system. We all liked the Joker movie, right? Like a man.
That's an interesting question to ask a room full of women.
Okay, I think a man driven to the brink of of feeling like he's got no other resort.
Oh, for sure.
And killing somebody who's arguably already committed legal crimes by denying care to poor people.
Right.
Not saying he deserves it, not saying he deserves to be murdered, but he put himself in a position where the kill is celebrated by millions, which is weird.
There's a relatability of like, I understand what it feels like to be so frustrated within a system. It doesn't mean I would ever condone that behavior or do that, but I understand that feeling.
And there's clearly enough people who are relating.
Yeah.
Who agree.
So, yeah.
Yeah, hitting a really heavy one with our first case today. I think we went over some interesting points. I think the jury is not hung at all with regards to this decision. I mean, it might be
Are you guys
But I
not
bet
hung?
you
him, right?
Luigi is.
I asked you
guys
to
not
defend
hung?
him, but it doesn't matter.
No, wait, no. You asked me to prosecute him.
No, I
Or
asked,
the
I asked you to defend him, but it doesn't matter.
I-
Do you want to defend him now? Do you want to wait?
I don't remember. I thought we were talking about girls and men trying to have sex with him.
Yeah, we
and
think
if they are cringe.
We think it's not cringe, but my assignment to you was to make it cringe. But we lost it in the conversation because he's just so dashing.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this boy ride.
Yeah, let's let this boy ride.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, you ride on, baby.
If you want to thirst after Luigi Mangione, given the nature of the crime and the very deeply layered subtext of it, I have determined anyone who lusts after him to be not cringe.
I mean,
It's beautiful.
It makes he's really no different than like civil rights movement heroes that were like blowing up buildings and shit for like a cause.
We celebrate murderers. Well, we celebrate murderers daily. We're like, okay, let's celebrate these
troops.
revolutionaries and celebrate like, oh, the troop comes back,
mean-
he's a hero. And it's like, well, that's Jeff. He was a drone pilot who like murdered a bunch of people, but that's okay because it was legal and it was condoned.
I feel like he's doing it for other people.
It's
though,
layered,
right? Like
guys.
it's
It's
layered.
very layered. If you thirst after him, you're pretty brat to us.
Hey, bundle up, guys. It's cold outside, and we're gonna have to get layered.
tons of people thirsted after Gypsy Rose.
Yeah, that's true.
So many people.
So many
She
people.
pulls like a motherfucker.
She pulls
She can
like
pull
a
anyone.
motherfucker.
Anyone in the entire world. It's crazy.
Now
Gypsy
that
Rose
is someone
Blanchard
who is
can pull
Brad.
anyone in the
Gypsy
entire
Rose-
fucking world.
Gypsy
You don't know
Rose,
who
she killed-
Gypsy Rose is?
Not very brat of
Hold
you.
Not
on,
very
let's
proud of you.
slow down a little bit here. I'm glad we didn't hire a stenographer.
Got
Today.
it.
God damn, they'd have to have fingers of fucking iron, man. Fuck.
Shall we go
So
on to the next
excited
case?
for our girls' night with you after this.
Yeah, like we got to plan a girls' night. Anyways, our second case. So we finished. We figured that one out. Luigi's done.
All right.
For the second case of the day, we've got Nurse Hannah, a mom influencer, is under investigation for allegedly abusing her child.
Oh no.
Let's take a look at the first TikTok we've got. So we've got a video of this very young child who seems upset. They bring in a box and we might
You
want.
fucking wasn't checking that boy.
Yeah.
You need to check in with Spencer.
So we see Nurse Hannah we see somebody present the kid a box at a low velocity, and the child throws up his hands in an extremely defensive position. Bailiff, could you also search Nurse Hannah 17 diapers?
Yeah, I have,
So
I have
Nurse
that
Hannah,
video.
this is the second time she's gotten heat. The first time she got heat was when she made a video where she said, "How many dirty diapers do I have lying around my house?" And as she walked around, she counted 17. So when she changes the baby, she throws the diaper around the home and then cleans them up at the end of the day. Like, as a dad, I know that it's a little, like, it's annoying to clean the house, but I never left a diaper on the ground for any certain amount of time because that is gross. You know what I mean? So in this video, she's going to roll through her own home and she is going to count the number of dirty diapers. And what she's trying to do here is she's trying to show solidarity with moms who've got it rough. You know what I mean? She's like, look, guys, having a baby is not all amazing. This is how hard it is. At the end of the day, we clean up 17 dirty diapers. And so it became a very big hot button issue because certain tired moms are like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes it's too tough to clean them all up. And some people are like, this is a weird hygienic problem. You should not be doing this. So the bottom line is she an influencer who's basically capitalizing off bad parenting for views? And is she potentially raising a kid who is scared of adults moving towards their heads? This is going to be a real tough one to defend, so I'm not assigning anyone to defend this because essentially I already know where this is going. But Counsel Rae, what are your thoughts on this woman? Are you familiar with this case?
I'm not familiar with it. She better not be hitting that kid. There's no way she's hitting that kid, right?
I mean, it's tough to say.
I think the
defending
question
its
has to
face.
be, does this video mean that this kid's been hit? Do we see that as a sign of child abuse?
And do we find child abuse cringe?
Is child abuse cringe? Let's go up and down.
I think child abuse
Can
is
we?
cringe.
I mean, I don't know.
Let's
I
open
don't-
up the discussion. Is child abuse cringe?
Should we really talk about cringe as a term? Should we call child abuse?
Well,
No.
The
This
court,
Cringe Court.
the court has
This Cringe
established
Court.
legality and cringe do not always coincide, so I think it's time to debate.
So something can be illegal but not cringe.
Something
Yeah.
can be illegal and not cringe, and something can be legal and cringe. It's a
Right.
very layered subject.
It's layered.
Very layered. So I'm going to let no one defend this. We all think that abusing children is cringe. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah.
think that this kid gets abused?
So
I
is
mean,
it?
look at how he's looking up at her. I mean,
Hit it one
I'm-
more again.
No, don't do that.
Spencer's sense of humor is not very brat in this moment. God.
Nah, see, that's an abuse.
okay. Here's my
Because I
thought.
thought it was I thought he had like a toilet paper thing and he was like, hey, motherfucker. But he's just like, hey,
It's
here's
a
some
small
chips. And
box
it's like,
of
oh,
emojis
shit,
from
chips.
below.
Yeah,
Like,
he's just like, here's
Yeah,
some
that's it.
chips, kid. Ah!
This is what I'll say.
Yeah.
Is the kid is crying in the beginning and whining, okay?
Got it.
Which
they do.
they do, but also is when a kid would probably get hit, right? So he knows that he's actively crying and being a brat, and then he sees this hand come near him, and that's when he reacts like that. It's not like they're just hanging out and he reacts like that, you know?
He's in a heightened state.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Which is a very good point you made as to that's dark.
Or maybe he's just afraid of getting tickled.
maybe his mom always tickles his
Maybe
face.
his mom always tickles
his
face when he's
With her
crying.
fist.
from below.
Brad.
It's possible.
Is someone gonna check on him?
I think they've already
seems the
reported.
internet
Okay.
is.
I think they've actually reported Nurse Hannah to CPS. I think somebody found her. So just bailiff, could you type in like Nurse Hannah found by CPS? I think somebody found her address and home and was like, yeah, I'm going to report her to CPS now. And I think she's been sort of quiet since then. But I feel like the arrogance of posting something like that really says a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot to post your family, you know what I mean? Like it takes a certain level of, I post my family, and it takes a certain level of arrogance to share that, right? But and like another level of arrogance to show them upset in a bad way. You're like, this couldn't possibly go wrong. And then to show them throw their hands up. I mean, this was voluntarily uploaded. She was like,
Right.
I know that. Yes, Counsel Bray.
I've been to a lot of people's houses that have kids. And
that
I hold on, wait for it. All right, I'm gonna go. All right. And I've never seen like diapers all over somebody's house.
That's because
That's
it's
fucking
revolting.
disgusting, right? I mean, like that just seems that is such a deviation
I mean,
from normal behavior that I cannot do anything but throw the entire book of cringe at her and not her child.
I kind of
Counsel.
also feel like it was so scattered. It's like at least put it in a pile.
Or
Put it in a
trash
pile.
can because it's actual
17?
shit.
How many kids
Yeah.
does she have?
I don't know the number.
If it's less than 3,
Yeah.
she does not get a pass.
So I
You
think-
must have 4 children to have 17 dirty diapers.
Yeah,
And then how many kids do you have to have for
That-
hitting a kid?
Well, okay, then they're right. Okay, let's talk about that. If you got
Why
like
don't we
5,
not talk about it?
if you got like 5 kids,
Got it.
you might have to enable a little bit of.
Oh no, that's not
I
brat
didn't
at
say-
all.
I didn't
Yeah, that's not
say
very
that.
brat of you.
Very brat.
Obviously, I do not have kids, and I do not know what the fuck this brat thing is. But I will tell you,
It's layered.
It's just
5
layered.
kids, you got to be able to. That's a lot of fucking cats to keep in a
5
fucking.
kids, you got to
area.
be able to do some
But
really
not
good
hit
gentle
'em.
parenting.
Not this hard.
gotta-
Like, fuck.
Sometimes you got a gentle parent with an open slap and a drop kick. Is that what we're saying?
An open Jesus.
I'm
Oh,
kidding.
gosh.
You guys,
Jesus.
too
we're-
many diapers.
We're getting into a big hullabaloo here. Counsel Ray, what are your thoughts?
I was just gonna say, how come that video gave me such a terrible pit in my stomach, but then when I heard about Luigi killing that man, I didn't care.
Because
at all.
we think Luigi assaulted someone who deserved it, and that baby did not deserve any sort of fear.
Okay, I was worried that maybe I was following trends.
No.
Well,
And
that's
I
also
turned out
possible, but not in this
really
case.
scary.
I think that you're perfect.
I think your gut is correct.
We've got a really hot button issue here. Jury, what are your thoughts?
Well, first I have a question. You're a father, right?
I sure am.
How many times does your kid poop in a day? 17 a reasonable number for
Between
one
2
kid?
and 3 times a day. Yeah.
Prove it. Point. So these
17 is 17 diapers in a
so
day.
how many
is
days?
a lot.
How many weeks has she? Has it been?
It
We
depends on how
also
many
don't know
kids.
how many kids she has.
Depends on
But the
how
point
many
is that no matter how many diapers my kid makes, like
It goes straight in the trash.
They go straight in the garbage.
Yeah, that's what I do
As
with
they
my
should.
diapers.
Well, it's human shit. When Sid poops her big diapers,
when I
put
put
them
my
straight in the
diapers,
trash.
usually Olivia will put them in the trash,
Yeah.
but
Well, let's test something.
Mhm.
Okay, see, she
sorry,
didn't
it was
move.
so delayed.
She didn't move in
'Cause I
a
don't do
defensive
it.
way because you don't abuse her.
Because I don't do it.
Yeah, so you don't have a
As
reactive
far as
response.
that reaction goes, if I saw that, my first thought was, "Ref, stop the fight." Like that is not a.
Yeah.
That's not even like intelligibly defending yourself. That's like.
So you're saying is that the kid's technique is off. No, he needs to maybe
kids
bring
got
the
good-
elbows in.
Oh no, his
Kid's got good face coverage.
Oh, actually, yeah.
It's
Well, in
it's
in
good
Muay Thai,
technique.
your elbows are supposed to be more out because
Well, no,
then
but he's keeping elbows
No,
in
this
'cause
is-
he's looking
this is
for
a boxing.
Yeah,
This is
man,
a boxing.
This is boxing. This
Kid's
is
been
Muay Thai.
smacked
the
up.
first time this has happened.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
slowly making the next Mike
Yeah.
Tyson here.
Well, yeah, not worth
Oh,
the
God.
trauma.
Does that mean this
He's
kid
in
has
a
to
grounded
fight
position,
Jake
so he
Paul?
is trying to.
You know what?
protect
Jake
his
Paul's
second
going to
face.
challenge this kid. He'd be like, I saw your guard, kid.
and this kid's gonna win.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
So look out for the next Jake Paul fight. Jake Paul versus a toddler.
Ass guard that kid had. Fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
let's roll the video. Let's just I think the kid predicted the attack and I think put up what is the best defense he could before realizing it was just a snack. But in conclusion, I don't think we got a hung jury on this one. I think that this is a very obvious case of horrible behavior and cringe to even have the cockiness to post this.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I know this will go viral because of the horrified look in his eyes. You know what I mean? That alone, is just horrible.
What was the caption? I don't understand why that clip.
Well,
was
her
posted.
video was deleted.
Her video was
and
deleted
This
and-
is a re-upload.
Yeah, and so at the end of the day, I think it takes a very sociopathic person to consistently post bad parenting, and you should not be able to profit off this, which is fucking obvious. But
What's the audio on this?
the audio, do we have audio on this one?
Like,
Bailiff?
what's this video?
Good. I think this is a re-upload. So
mochi ball things are so freaking delicious, and I feel like at this point they're just a Vegas tradition for us. In fact, my husband and I went to Vegas on our honeymoon in 2020. So many places closed.
she's just talking about some bullshit.
She's talking about how she likes mochis.
Yeah, she loves
Same,
mochis.
but
Fuck
I don't
her.
hit my kids.
All right, yeah. Fuck you, Nurse Hannah. Very cringe. Please don't post anymore on the internet. I declare you to be cringe.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, not that I needed that declaration because she's probably in real crime court. So, Next up, we've got Jaguar rebranding with a new ad. The iconic car company has decided to come out with this. So what we see is a very multicolored set piece where everybody's wearing very bold colors in a pink alien landscape. I think it said exuberant. And now people in very high fashion dresses and an old man spinning with white paint and looks like a Lady Gaga video, to be honest with you. A bunch of people in very monochrome outfits staring in different directions in a pink planet. And it says copy nothing.
Gorgeous.
So Jaguar.
Right.
And then now they've released, I guess, a concept car, which basically looks like a gay Tesla. Is that accurate? Like a gay... kind of like if you made the Cybertruck gay, super gay. So let's just take a look at the photo of this. Now, Jaguar, being an iconic brand of luxury vehicles, has gone hard at this new rebrand.
Fuck, that car is fucking sick, dog.
Council Bray initially finds it very sick.
That car is sick.
Council Bray, all right. So is this cringe or not cringe? Have they torpedoed their brand? Because they're receiving a lot of flack online. They're getting hit by car enthusiasts saying that they went woke and will go broke. Is this accurate? Council Bray, can we get some more pictures of the car? I know there's a shot of the front.
Yeah, why don't
somewhere.
they put the car in that ad? That would make the fucking ad cool.
'Cause they're
That's kind of fucking lame.
What is the hotel in Vegas that has ads kind of like that? There's like a hotel in Vegas where they can't quite figure out what they are, and all of their ads are kind of like that, where it's like it makes no sense.
It's not the Morongo one where
Is it the
everyone's
link?
turning into another person.
No,
right?
it's the one where it's like oh god, I have to think of this.
Cosmo, La
Yes,
Fontaine.
Cosmo.
Oh yeah,
Cosmo.
Hey, go to the Cosmo.
Cosmo's great.
That's kind
Cosmo's
it
fucking
feels
awesome.
kind of like they made this based on that, where they were like, we're not sure what it is, but let's just make it weird.
I think going for high fashion is a tough, fucking ask for the car buying audience.
It's also like picture anyone you've ever known who drives a Jaguar.
Yeah, it's maybe the wrong crowd.
Yeah, wrong crowd.
Oh, here's what I'd say. I would say I don't understand the concept of like they're going woke, so they're gonna go broke, because it's like it just looks like a Cybertruck that's painted pink. And if the problem is that it's painted pink, then you need to calm down. But the problem I have as well is that it says copy nothing, and it really does feel like
it's
an offshoot of some sort of a Tesla.
Just making gayer Teslas.
Yeah, which is
Nah,
fine.
This is like some fucking high-end fashion show type of shit, right?
Yeah, that's what they're going for. They're going for like a super high fashion thing that's very, very slay and very brat, as we know.
If the Cybertruck can exist, I pitch that this gets to exist.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's not a spaceship, it's a sleigh ship.
And with that,
I hate myself. I
and
hate
with
that I said it.
the case must be closed. Council
Holy shit,
Rae,
is that Kenny Powers' fucking dad right there?
Council Rae, do you have any questions
No,
about
no,
the
no, put 'em-
about the I almost said Cybertruck. Do you have any questions about the Jaguar rebrand?
How much does the car cost? Can I afford it? And that'd be it.
Probably very expensive.
It is pretty cool looking though.
I mean, it looks cool.
Jury, do we have a hung jury on this one, or do we have any thoughts on whether or not this is cool?
I'm filled with a visceral hatred for that car.
Got it. Talk to me. Why?
Saying copy nothing, it's not doing anything.
Got it.
I could have sketched that in 5 minutes.
Got it.
It's like,
Okay.
It's nothing.
So you think that the ad campaign is not congruent with the actual design of the car? It just looks like another slick EV vehicle that they're trying to market to a high-end audience.
Can you see out the back?
No, I just thought about that. There's no window
It looks
on the
like you can't see out the back.
Probably a camera.
This camera.
I don't like it
camera that
anymore.
pops up on the dash.
I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, boo.
But think about how slay your car accident will be.
Yeah. when
I will be- when I
when
am
you back into
slayed-
a family Ford,
When
you'd be
I
like,
am
I'm
slayed, it will be a sleigh.
It's going to be a slay when I slay myself, in my car accident.
Family before.
Jury, Dennis, do we have any concerns?
I think the thing is like these concept cars, they never actually come to existence if you follow like any car companies. So this probably won't be a real thing. And as far as like the people like ripping on the ad, I think the idea is just like it's supposed to be like racially fluid, gender fluid, like fashion forward. But it's like, you know, in the year of our Lord 2024, I think like people are kind of like, okay, we don't care. Like,
Honestly,
like, who cares?
You're right. It is pretty cringe to give a shit this much about a company choosing to go in a different direction. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Don't blow a bunch of time, yelling about it online. Just give your money to someone else.
It is
Who
also
cares?
pretty funny to be like, the thing we're advertising is how fluid it is and how you can be anyone on one of these cars. And then they picked the two most binary colors of pink and blue for the two cars.
I do think the ad campaign is like, it's just a little like you're selling a car. Come on, like give me the specs. There's a reason all car commercials are like driving down. It's safety
let's see the
features.
car.
Like
Yeah.
they give
I
us
will
no
definitely
features
say
at
that,
all.
yeah.
They're like, look at these Rick Owens inspired designs here. Behold, and that's it. So, but at the end of the day, they're not committing any sort of crime. They're definitely not abusing any children. So we definitely can't say they're cringe. All right, congratulations, Jaguar. You're free from us. But yeah, Jaguar's new rebrand, not cringe.
Yeah, whatever. Do whatever you want.
It's decided. Who gives a shit? Do whatever you want. This is fine. Up next, we've got who is guilty of cringe in this charger theft video. Let's roll the clip. So it says, woman takes my Apple charger without asking and thought no one would notice. Can we get volume here?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Did
it
you
says,
take my charger?
everybody can hear it?
Why would you take my charger?
Because we got off the flight.
Yeah, but my charge, that's my charger. Why would you take
You're
it?
gonna get it back. Give me one
But why would you
second.
take it though, without permission?
Because nobody was on the flight, bro.
Yeah, but that's
Shut the
my
fuck
charger.
up. And you're getting it back.
Okay,
No
can
one
I have
shut
it
the fuck
back?
up. Give me one
Yeah,
second.
but don't steal things. You can't take things without asking.
Okay, this is really interesting.
Oh, you just take things? Like we're not coming back?
This might be a
Why don't you
nuanced
take people's
take.
luggage then?
It's okay. It's okay. Sit down.
No, you can't take things without asking. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you're gonna be famous. You're gonna be on TikTok.
Please sit down. I don't want to.
I don't know who you are, but I don't know why you're getting involved.
Wow.
All right, just give me my charger back. We'll call it even, all right? Sounds good. And look at this guy smiling.
Bayla, can we see how many views this has once it's done?
No, you're ridiculous. You stole something without asking. She stole it. You can't take things without asking.
Is it stealing?
Yes, that is stealing. Absolutely.
Is it
Absolutely. Yes, it's stealing. You're giving it back because I caught you, and everybody else saw you. That's why. Everybody else said you took it. What, you can't afford a charger?
So in my interpretation of this, now correct me if I'm wrong, and Bailiff, maybe you can help out a little bit by loading up the comments and seeing how many views we got, but correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like this man left his charger in the terminal.
Oh.
And is this accurate, Bailiff? Could we look at the comments, see if we can figure this one out?
Oh.
Like, I guess the nature of the theft is the interesting part.
Oh.
Did she steal it, like, next to him out in the terminal, or did he leave it there? I couldn't help but notice how close they were to get. I'm sorry. I couldn't help but notice how far apart they were in the plane. So go ahead, count. We got jury.
I believe that they were on the plane, then they were asked to get off, and then they came back on.
That's
so
what it
as
sounded
when they
like
were
to me.
originally on there, she took it like as they were going off or whatever.
Got it.
Oh,
So
that's weird.
she was on it.
Correct.
They were both on a plane together. Everybody deboarded, and then she took the charger. Now, okay, let's give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Let's look at the comments. The comments are talking about, like, one thing I hate in the world more than anything is thieves. Like, F you, I can't read that one. If you can't afford a charger or something, no one. She stole Buddy's charger and got caught. I don't know. I feel like context is very important here because everyone was leaving the plane. Everyone's leaving the plane. She doesn't know whose charger it is, and she just sees one sort of there. Okay. And she picks it up. Like, is it still theft? Did they know they were getting back on? I mean, this is a very complicated issue. Counsel Syd, what are your thoughts on this?
You know, I don't know. It's layered.
That's the word of the day.
It's layered. I do think that it's if she thought that everyone was leaving for the day, and that maybe they were just getting off, maybe she took it being like, maybe I'll take it and someone can have it back. I don't know.
I don't know. I think her reaction was weird. My first instinct when I saw this video was like, I was like, oh, this is rage bait. Like, this isn't real. This is rage bait. This is just like two people who we know each other planning it to,
we've
like,
seen that before.
Be like, oh, a crazy person on a plane.
But the way it escalated, it's real.
Her reaction was so weird. I feel like if it was a genuine mistake, like if that was me and I was like, oh, I found this charger, and then someone's like, hey, you took my charger, I would be like, oh shit, that's yours? Awesome. Here it is. I thought it was just someone's that they left behind. And that's like what you would say if you weren't doing anything malicious.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, I am keeping it and I'm going to give it back to you, but I'm not, but I am not. Like,
I know. And it's also a charger. I don't know. It's kind of like,
I think it's weird. I think
the whole exchange is weird. Go ahead.
I think if I got in an Uber and someone had left a charger on the seat and it's not mine, I'm not going to touch it. And it's not, you know, whether it's like whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is. If it's not mine, I'm not going to touch it.
You're right. Common courtesy dictates that if you see something that's not yours, that's of like presumably negligible value,
totally,
you leave it alone. So if it's a charger or like, I don't know, like a pair of headphones, like just leave it alone. Maybe they'll come back for it. I think that's the technical right thing to do. And if you're all getting off the plane, the flight attendants will deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like let's apply the same logic to like a piece of luggage. You know what? Leave the luggage on the plane.
Yeah.
You can't just snatch up somebody else's luggage. Let the flight attendants deal with it. So, but if it's a high value item, you see somebody left their laptop or something, then you should pick it up and hand it to someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
So the more we're sort of debating this, see at first, now I do think the amount of sort of like public shaming in the game in this
weird.
Sort of is a little excessive for the crime. Like it could have been like, hey man, did you take my charger? You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, the big public shaming. I see why it's done. I see why it's done. I'm going to sort of retract. Like I get it. This may have been an intentional theft. Counsel Bray, what are your thoughts?
All right. Play the fucking video.
We got to do it. Counsel Bray is very detail oriented.
Stop.
Did you take my charger?
All right. We're good here. Chick that stole shit. Kind of hot. I'm not going to cut her any shit. She doesn't get a pass. I just want to identify to the courts that I do.
You find her
okay
attractive.
looking. All right.
Let's jot that down.
Let's talk about
very Brad.
Take notes. All right. Okay. They're on an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Are you out of your fucking mind pulling out your phone on an airplane and interviewing a thief? If my shit got taken on an airplane, unfortunately, we're in a different football field. I'm tattling. I'm not going to pull my phone out and get fucking put on the no-fly list the rest of my fucking life because of an iPhone charger.
Do you think that this would
I
cause
would
this
just
person to get
go up to one of the stewards and be like, I left my fucking charger here. Some motherfucker nicked it. This person said that person did it. Talk to him.
Do you get put on a no-fly list for filming someone on a plane?
If you start throwing punches with somebody, you don't know what's going to happen. I mean, no, like if someone took my shit and I was like, hey, give me my shit back, and they were like, I'm going to get it, I'd be like, get my shit right now.
So you're saying
like, I would
you would beat someone up if they on a plane,
No,
that's why you can't do it.
Where's your
to my anger
charger?
management guy, I'm
Counsel
sorry.
Brad.
I
want
on
to
that way.
test.
You make a lot of money because of that shit. But yeah, man, I'd get in a lot of trouble if that were me. If I was holding the phone, I was like, hey, you got my charger, and they're like, I'm gonna give it back. I was like, in 2 fucking seconds.
Right.
Like,
I think Counsel Bray's take isn't very nuanced at all. You believe that the phone recording was
it
dumb.
puts you in fucking really weird gray area, man. Because you're kind of like, he's instigating some shit.
Well, it's a hostile move.
Yeah,
so
like,
to record someone
if
is
she
hostile.
turns around and goes, hey, fuck you and your charger, and then
Yeah.
it's on, you guys are both gonna have to talk to the authority.
You're gonna have to talk to the
Or
air
I mean,
marshals,
like,
yeah.
some motherfuckers are or her boyfriend behind him, like, grinning and shit, like, oh, my bitch fucking stole your shit, and fuck you. Like, I can see the two of them getting into it, too. Like someone like, hey, don't videotape my girlfriend, bop. And then, I mean, it's really...
It's a risky move, but at the end of the day,
man.
if this person was completely in the right, then they have every right to do it and to profit off the thief's moves, which they probably did if this video got enough views for it to catch our notice. Like, Bailiff, could you just quickly Google this one? There might not be an answer, but type in like woman taking charger on plane viral video. Just see if there's any sort of follow-up, woman who stole it. So go to the Reddit. I hate to say let's go to Reddit, but sometimes
I love Reddit.
Sometimes it's time to go to Reddit.
Reddit detectives are better than us. Let's scroll through the first couple of comments, see if somebody knows something. It's like, I know exactly what happened. They might be rooting for the camera person, might be rooting for the thief. Do we see anything in the first couple of comments that gives us more information? If we don't, we can assume it doesn't exist.
It just definitely feels like she's guilty and she knows.
Got it.
Yeah, she shouldn't have done that.
That's fucked. Then
Also, wait, but also she's like boarding the plane with all this luggage too, and she's, if someone came up to me and was not accusing me of something but was trying to start a conversation, I would be like, like half answering. I mean, I feel like her reactions like kind of
unfortunately, like the CEO of United Healthcare, she put herself in a position through her previous actions to potentially encounter trouble later on. She assumed the risk, and just because the outcome was more elaborate than expected doesn't mean she didn't put herself in that position.
Sure.
This is literally the same thing. So I think that I think that it is not cringe. I think that the person who is in the wrong here is definitely the thief. I feel like if you're trying to justify this by saying he filmed her and shouldn't have done it, derpity derps, just think of Luigi Mangione and his very layered situation.
Yeah, and this woman's attractive too.
Yeah, so there you go.
But that doesn't mean...
Yeah.
That's correct.
So where's her fan cam?
So where's her fan cam?
Where's
Where's
her
fan cam?
Booyah. I love it. Definitely cringe. We're on the side of the passenger. Woman who's unnamed. You shouldn't have stole the fucking thing. Should have left it alone. Wait. The lady's cringe. The dude is fine. All right, cool. Got that one. Fucking banged that one out. That one was good. That was good. Very nuanced. I definitely feel like we learned a lot.
Yeah,
watching
I love
that clip and sort of chatting about it. Up next, we've got OF Girl has father over for Thanksgiving. Let's take a look at the clip.
Oh, it's on World Star? Oh, dear God.
Hit it.
Dad, do you like your food?
It's a woman saying,
Did you cook it?
Dad, do you like your food?
Did you have anything to do with this?
Yeah. I paid for it.
While sucking dick? Is that like what you're still doing?
Wow.
Dad, you can't say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't want any.
I'm an adult. I can do what I want.
Oh boy. She looks very upset in this video, responding to her father.
It's disgusting. I want no part of it. And if you had any...
You don't have to have a part in it.
He appears to not want any food that's been paid for by OF money.
Your mother isn't even here. And you're lucky that I even showed up.
He's hitting her really hard with You're lucky your mother isn't even here. Got it. I feel like this is a very nuanced
That little
issue.
tag is crazy. That's the craziest part, is her going like at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that wasn't taken right afterwards.
No, like that's insane to watch just in order.
Definitely.
So what we have here is we have a woman who brings her dad to Thanksgiving. Mom doesn't show up. And dad is essentially roasting her for doing OF in a very personal
onesie
way.
with a bunch of cats on it, by the way.
Yeah, in a onesie. He's roasting the shit out of her and saying like he doesn't want anything to do with food that she's bought with dick sucking money.
Yeah. I paid for it.
Pretty interesting nuanced take here. Can we load up her Instagram just for funsies? Not just
for research?
No, not just for Spencer Bray, but also I just want to see.
But also for me.
I want to see if she does rage bait consistently.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the reaction seems very good.
Yeah.
But is this a thing she does? Does she have family members shame her? And then she's like, great work, Dad. We're going to get 40 G's off this.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that even her dad?
Is that even her dad?
Is that even
Such a
her
good
dad?
point.
I
That's
think
such a
it's
good
her
point.
dad. Like, it didn't feel like an actor, but I will say, could we just find her Instagram account, whatever it is? But at the end of the day, I think this is highly dependent, whether this is cringe or not. Like, who are we really judging here? Are we judging the dad for being a dick? Are we judging her for uploading it?
Let's
go ahead.
Does she actually fillet penises on OnlyFans? Because like if she's just doing like ass in the bikini thing and not having sex with people, then her father is
exaggerating.
Very misinformed upon the content that she creates. So if she's just showing ass and not sucking dick,
then this is wildly.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, then he's wildly
If that
out of
is
line.
her dad.
But if she is sucking
But
dick.
if she is sucking dick, then we got another thing to talk about. Let's figure that out. All right.
I kind of feel like the quality that we should like wonder, is it cringe, is like, is this a setup? Like, is this a plan?
I think that's the first.
That's what we're trying to
The
figure,
first
yeah.
question we need to answer. Unfortunately, the court can't even move on this one until we know
if it's real.
if this was rage bait. Because if it's rage bait, it's extremely effective.
Yeah.
It plays to a lot of different layers. On like, getting older actors is. I'll say this: getting older actors is tough. Getting good older actors is nearly impossible.
Right.
So the idea that she would hire a man to like perform so well makes me believe that this is not rage bait. Because even like, I don't know, I feel like I can pick up on that. I feel like us being sort of denizens of the internet, like we can pick up on whether or not somebody's bullshitting. And this isn't setting off my rage bait radar. That could mean it's excellent, like top fucking quality.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, other OF girls will look at this and be like, yo, check out these views.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, just call me a whore.
'Cause
And then I'm going to cry over it.
If she and her dad have a really good relationship, and they're like, let's just do this.
You know what I'm going to say? My body
Right.
went into fight or flight when he said, "You're the reason your mom's not here." And I didn't realize he meant at Thanksgiving. And I thought that this was a dad being like, your mom killed herself because you do OnlyFans. And I am just so glad that he didn't say that I haven't even processed anything else.
Yeah, I feel like we're sort of in that little bit of a boat, since it's tough to tell if it was a setup. But it seems like it's kind of tough to find her her actual account. There's so many reposts and so many things, and like World Star's not going to give her any credit. Because,
Is anyone tagging her in the
is anyone
comments?
tagging her in the
Not
comments,
seeing
Bailiff?
it. I don't know. My gut instinct is it feels real, but who knows these days?
So okay, let's go on.
If I can't find her OnlyFans, how do I give her money?
It's also more real.
Right,
if
that's my question. Like let's say I'm a simp guy who pays for OnlyFans. I want to see that.
So
I can't even figure out how to buy the pictures of that.
See that's why you think it is real.
I don't know. That's why I am so confused.
Right, because if it was a standard rage bait, her at would be there so that people could.
But we're looking at we're looking at reposts, right?
We're looking at reposts right now.
But it's not.
Apparently, it's impossible to
find
find
the
the original.
original.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a nuanced take here. If this
Layered.
is rage bait, it's obviously extremely cringe because it is playing off the idea that something's real and playing on real people's traumas to essentially profit. We have to continue this conversation under the assumption that it's real because, to be honest, I think that's a more interesting conversation. So, is anyone in the wrong here? And if so, who? Counsel Rae, what are your thoughts?
I have some thoughts.
Hit me.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I do think this is real. That's my professional opinion because
I agree.
One thing I'll say is kind of, you know, at first I was like, well, why would she be filming herself in this moment? But so I was like, well, maybe it's rage bait. But if you, whatever, sometimes, you know, if you make content for a living, sometimes you're just filming random shit. So whatever, that aside, look at it from, can we take it back from as soon as she sets the camera down? The way that she fixes her hair, I know this is real. I just feel it.
Right.
The way she puts her phone down, she's like looking at it. She fixes her hair. She's kind of like whatever. And she starts eating or whatever.
Got it.
This is just
We've got some subtleties here.
Did you have anything to do with this?
So she fixes her hair. Yeah, I see that.
I paid for it.
Do you believe she baited her father into doing this intentionally?
Her reaction's way too real. Like, she doesn't even know how to react right here.
Dad, you can't say that.
I think she knows her dad's gonna say something negative.
I just didn't think she expected it to be that.
She knew the dad. She wanted to capture his audio. I can't really think that it was a setup because the whole hair thing, I feel like when you're in the social media world, that's almost reflex. Like, camera's on me, boom.
Okay,
Right?
fair.
Also, there is another girl next to her that we don't see. At the very beginning, we see the shoulder and back and hair of another girl. So who's that? Is that another OnlyFans friend?
So, oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
Because look at that. Like,
it's probably the other chick's boyfriend making it up.
God damn it. That'd be so fucking devious.
It is, dog.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, she could have started filming because she knows that he reacts like this, but she didn't realize it would be to that extent.
Do we ever see the dad talk on camera?
wait.
Do we ever see the dad talk on camera?
Wait.
Yeah, they show him like, watch.
But we hear his voice.
Yeah, no, but you see his lips and shit moving when he's talking.
I feel like you should decide on whether it's cringe to come to your daughters dressed like this, obviously unemployed, eat your daughter's food that she bought with her money that she's earned. Is that cringe, or is it more cringe to set up your piece of shit dad to say a piece of shit thing about you?
Ooh.
If you know that he would.
This is so lame.
You want me to start off here?
Go ahead.
All right, let's talk about OnlyFans. Let's talk about steroids. All right? OnlyFans and steroids are the same thing. All right. And I'm going to talk about this because it is important for the world to know. Steroids will get you the results that you want. Everybody that takes steroids gets the results. Everybody that does OnlyFans gets a bank full of fucking money. With both of those things, you get the results you want, but there are some side effects. Right?
Of course.
There are some side effects to taking steroids. There's some side effects to starting an OnlyFans.
Good opening statement.
That's correct. Now, if you start off making OnlyFans and people in your family have a negative attitude on it, and you continue this behavior and you bring them around, they are going to make comments about it because the people within their communities see your ballin' ass pad, nice cabinets, all that shit going on, see a gay in the background. They're jealous, right? A lot of these negative OnlyFans comments come from jealousy because of the large size of the bags obtained, right? People don't, hey, I know a lot of OnlyFans models. They make a lot of fucking money, man. I'm
way
jealous
better than
too,
us.
but I like to hang out with them, and so it's a good time. So, let's talk about that. Who is cringier? The dad or the daughter? The daughter set the dad up. The dad went there with the knowledge of what's going on. So what we have here
It's a double count.
it is a double Jeopardy cringe.
A cringe off.
I think also, like, is it possible to be...
We've never had this before.
We've never had a cringe off.
This is a
both
new,
parties
brand
are
new,
guilty.
brand new event. We've
is
got
it-
two defendants in one video.
Is it possible to be cringe and also smart? Because
Yes, I think so.
Because
I think so.
it is, yes, is it cringy to like
I
set
think
up
cringe
your
is about
dad to
dignity.
do, is it cringy to set up your dad to do this thing? Yes. Is it smart in that you know the reaction you're going to get?
Yes.
You know you could actually probably profit off of it?
Yeah.
It's smart.
Yes.
Well, I mean, okay, let's
Yes,
apply this to a
100%.
slightly different equation. What if you know your grandma's about to say some racist slurs and you just film it? You know you're going to profit. Like, is that cool?
Well,
I
Is
don't
it
know if
smart?
it's cool. It might be fiscally smart. It might be societally or like socially
Well,
dumb.
here
it can be morally dumb and fiscally smart,
Right.
maybe?
I mean,
Right.
here at Cringe
And that's
Court,
cringe.
we're here to
I
plumb
think
the
that's
depths
cringe.
I think it's cringe if you know someone's going to react in a way that's extremely negative.
Yep.
And you
do it anyway.
bait them into the situation because like let's face, like I've seen this sort of play out with people with like dementia or like people with tics. They're like, check out what this family member does.
Yeah.
And we're like, are you sure they are okay with being recorded? Like we've seen this play out.
Yeah.
And I think that if it's a setup, it's cringy. I think that him, like he looks like he's just being honest. Like she probably knew he hated it beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And invited him over anyways. Maybe her intention wasn't to make the money, but once she knew he was about to go off, I think she got more than what she deserved. So once again, we have someone who puts themselves in a situation where they may experience negative consequences.
I also think his reaction is very cringy.
I will also say that he put himself in the situation of
By
showing
even
up
going?
and eating the food that he knows is paid for by OnlyFans money. He knows what this is. Like if he's going to show up, he knows what, like, I think everyone knows what's going on.
We still haven't confirmed the sucking of the dicks yet.
Yes, no.
So we don't even know if
we
that's
can't even
fucking
find her
real.
name, Bailiff. We can't find her name. Is that accurate? All right, jury, what do we thought? What are we thinking?
I mean, I think there's kind of an elephant in the room of like, he's doing some pretty harsh parenting right now. Where was that her entire life?
Maybe that's why. Maybe it was there
It's
the whole
like
life.
not even parenting. It's judging.
God.
Because if he has a problem,
And I don't mean like that's like a good thing he's being like, but it's like that's her dad. She's known him her entire life.
Right.
What's their relationship like going up to that point? Did they have a good relationship going up? Did they not? Like there's a lot that goes into this.
It's layered.
Few seconds of conversation that we see that we're trying to judge this whole relationship on. What's their dynamic normally?
Yeah.
What was their dynamic the last 20 years of her life?
Yeah. Is this a bit?
Is this a bit? So since we can't answer these questions, I mean, we have to make the assumption that it's real. Dennis, what are your thoughts?
I mean, if she made upwards of 6 figures on that one clip, I think it's not
fucking
great.
hell. I do. I'm going to come down on this one. I think this is a unique case of double cringe. I think it's the first we've ever seen.
God, I'm
two
a hell of a
defendants.
fucking attorney, I tell you that way.
I think we've seen
God
two
damn,
defendants
baby.
on one.
Woo! I
I
wanna
think
be
there's
a goddamn judge
a lot of
one day.
tangential
Fuck me.
information here. So both the woman and the father are cringe for very different reasons. Please don't bait your family members. And if you don't approve of your daughter, please don't fuck with her on a camera at a fucking nice family event. Cringe on all accounts. Cringe. That's right. If you see some cringe happening and you need to report it immediately to us. Email us at cringecourtshow@gmail.com. Our voicemail is 202-810-5258. Feel free to give us a call. We are very happy to have Syd and Olivia here. They did a fucking amazing job.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Where can we find you two?
At Syd and Olivia on everything.
And our podcast is Syd and Olivia Talk Shit anywhere you find
Yes,
podcasts.
correct. Brittany.
Brittany Rae all day.
Council Bray.
Baited farming.
Let's take a look at our art. Wow, Luigi's innocent.
Wow, that does
so
look
beautiful.
like him.
Hashtag he saved us, smiley face.
Thanks so much. Thomas Ashman, how can we find you?
Ashman Athletics on Instagram and TikTok, and under Tommy Ashman on YouTube.
Very cool. And Bryce.
7 Eckies.
Oh, man, I almost said
7
his-
Eckies. Hell yeah.
Good night. Good luck. Call us.
Woo!